Welcome to the WedPro podcast, the podcast for Wed Pros no matter their stage. We are your hosts, Katie and Roxy, and this is the WedPro podcast.
Hey, welcome back to this week's episode of the WedPro podcast. We're back after half-term shenanigans. Although, to be fair, in my house, didn't even realise it was an inset day today. Got my daughter up with a lot of moaning. And then, it turned out it was an inset day. So you don't want to be Katie in my house today for sure.
When you told me this morning, I was like, yep, this is something Roxy would do. And I bet you any money there's people out there that are like, yep.
I did say to you yesterday tonight, it's an inset day tomorrow. I don't think so. It's not in my calendar.
But you're asking me like we are living in the same area and we don't even live in the same.
I think the kids go to under the same.
Yeah, but inset days are like school dependent.
Well,
each their own kind of thing.
She was not impressed.
I can imagine.
At all. And now the juggle goes on for another day. So yeah, there we go.
You thought you were over the juggle,
but no.
Back to work, but no.
No, another day on. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about something that comes up quite a lot when we're chatting to our pros in some of the free trainings that we do, but also inside of our program as well. And something that actually is so important for you to concentrate on as a strategy inside of your business. And that is venue referrals. And here's the thing, right? Most wedding pros think that they need extra visibility, but what you actually need is a stronger reputation.
And that's exactly it, because it's the visibility that gets you seen, but it's the reputation that then gets you booked, right?
Yeah, and today we're going to chat to you about how to build a reputation that has other suppliers saying your name in all of the right rooms, from venues to planners to all kinds of other suppliers, anybody and everybody being able to refer clients your way.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to be diving into why reputation is the most powerful marketing tool you have, what makes people actually refer you, and how to stand out when you're building those key industry relationships. Let's do this.
Okay, so one of the reasons why reputation matters more than visibility and more than how many followers you've got on Instagram or how many views you've got on YouTube is that followers, although nice, they cannot vouch for you, right? But other suppliers, venues, and past couples that you've worked with can.
And that's where your next 5, 10, 20 weddings are coming from. Because when a venue says we recommend them, couples stop shopping around because you get that trust by proxy. They're doing all the heavy lifting and then you get all that result.
Yeah, exactly that. Like reputation shortcuts trust, right? Mm-hmm. It's the reason why one wedding pro can charge double but still get booked first, because somebody else has already vouched for them.
And it's not about shouting louder online. It's about building a business that other people can confidently shout about for you and vouch for you. And it's one of the best free marketing tools, isn't it, really?
Yeah. So let's look about, why do people refer? So it's not because they feel sorry for you or they feel like they owe you something, or because you begged to be added to a referral list. It's actually because referring you makes them look good.
Yeah, that's right. Venues and planners want to recommend suppliers who make their clients' experiences better, not riskier. When you show up more professionally, communicate well, and treat people kindly, they remember that sort of stuff.
Yeah, reputation is built through like all of the little micro moments, right?
Yeah.
The thank you emails, the quick responses, the professionalism from start to finish. That's where your reputation is built, and that's how people remember you.
That's it. People refer those who make their life easier, and that is so, so true. Be the supplier who lightens that load for somebody else who's organized, calm, and delivers a brilliant experience. That's who they'll talk about the next time that they have got a client. And this rings true for me when we were in the bridal shop. We would get to spend like a lot of alone time with a bride in a changing room, and it would always turn to wedding planning. And those other suppliers that had, have helped us out, have supported us, have, done nice things for us, they would always be the ones that we don't want to refer.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Okay, so let's talk about how to actually stand out when you're trying to build referral relationships, because this is something we get asked all of the time. How do I get added onto so and so's recommended supplier list? It seems that they're really almost shrouded in a little bit of secrecy and a little bit coveted in terms of how do I get onto that list?
Yeah.
Especially venues or other suppliers that you actually admire, right?
Yeah. And a bit of a truth bomb here, and you probably already know this, but every man and their dog are reaching out to them. Everybody wants to collab, but most do it the wrong way. Most make it about what they want, not what they can give. And there's such a difference there.
And if you want to get onto a venue's radar, you have to start by initially just being useful, thinking about what you can do for them before you're asking to be included.
Mm.
Share professional images, maybe write a blog that features their venue, start tagging them in content, send over testimonials from mutual clients that you've had. What can you do to get on their radar by being useful?
Basically, lead with value, not the standard. Can I be on your list, please? Like, we don't want them vibes. Show them that partnering with you will benefit them.
Yeah, inside WedPro CEO, we actually teach our clients a trademark strategy that does exactly this. So firstly, it helps them to identify dream venues and suppliers that they'd be a really great match with. Then it goes through into how to build relationships through genuine collaboration. And within months, they're being added to those recommended lists. We've had Leslie, Susan,
Emma.
Anna, so many of them have written out, and we get them to write between 30 and 50 suppliers that they would like to be on the list. And all of them have followed the process, which is quite easy. Once you get into the swing of it, it's quite easy to follow. And all of them have been added to every single venue, every single dream venue,
Yeah.
every partnership that they put on there. I've been, on the recommended supplier list.
Yeah, and we're not talking about chance here. We've seen members go from zero connections to fully booked because of, two or three really solid partnerships. And that's the difference. And those are the bookings where you look in your calendar in the future and you feel that security.
Yeah.
That is what you want.
And let's just put that into perspective for a minute. So I just want you to think about, yes, okay, these relationships can take time to build up,
Yep.
but actually what they're worth to you on the other side. So imagine a venue that brings you 5 weddings a year, 5 booked weddings. If your average booking from that venue is 2K, that is a £10,000 relationship. That is worth you investing some time into nurturing.
Yeah, and if you did that 3 times, so 3 venues, that's £30,000 of recurrent income without posting a reel, without paying for any marketing. And that's the power of reputation and relationships. And I'm here for that. That's mega.
Yeah, and you can literally design your referral network
Yep.
for you to be able to bring in consistent, predictable revenue. And this is what we're all about, isn't it? Consistent predictability,
Absolutely.
having stable income, knowing what's coming in at the beginning of every single month, knowing that we're going to go into 2026 already with 70% of the calendar already filled, knowing that we've got 10 weddings coming in 2028 already, because that peace of mind is everything when you're a small business owner.
It is. And if you're sat there listening to this thinking, okay, like I really want that, I want to know exactly how to build that system, then you need to join us next week.
Yeah, next week we're running out our first ever booked out Wedding Pro challenge. It's a 3-day live event where we're going to show you exactly how to become that wedding pro everybody recommends.
We are going to be walking you through how to get visible in all the right places, how to build the reputation that books you out, and how to create your own referral system step by step. I'm so excited for this.
There are only 100 spots and it is free. You can click the link in our show notes to grab yours. And then we can start helping you build the kind of reputation that fills your calendar.
Yes.
Okay, let's have a chat about what actually is behind building that strong reputation. And the truth is, building a reputation that does exactly this, brings in that recurring revenue, brings in 10, 20, 30, even 50K of repeatable bookings, isn't quick, it's not flashy, it is slow, it is steady, and it's deeply personal.
It's showing up again and again with integrity. It's saying thank you when someone tags you. It's being kind when a wedding is stressful. And it's remembering a client's anniversary or sending a small thank you gift. These are the things that matters.
Yeah, and actually, so many people don't bother to send
Mm.
a thank you gift. And
Yeah.
actually, if you were to sit and work out how much it costs you to sit and do a week's worth of Instagram posts in time, because people aren't ever working out their effective hourly rate and they're not actually thinking that that's costing them in their business. And if you sat to and worked that out and was like, oh well, I'm spending £300 to £400 a week posting on social media in time, or I'm throwing a couple of 50 quids at boosted posts here and
Yeah.
there, or I'm spending £200 at a wedding fair. They don't think anything about doing those things, but actually sending a bunch of flowers, like a £40 or £50 really nice bunch of flowers, to a venue that could potentially open the door to 50K's worth of bookings over the next 3 years, isn't done enough in this industry, is it?
No, and it is about that perspective of things sometimes, isn't it? Your reputation is being built even when you think no one's watching. Every message, every interaction, every impression counts with this sort of stuff.
Yeah, and once you have built it, it does compound. Every experience you have adds another layer of trust. Another person is out there talking about you for free.
Mm. So here's your challenge this week. Stop chasing followers and start looking at the relationships that you can nurture.
Yeah, and get honest with yourself, audit your reputation, ask yourself who is talking about you when you're not in the room and what are they saying about you?
Yeah, then take one action that builds value. Message a venue to thank them for a great event, share suppliers' work, or follow up with a past client.
Send a bunch of flowers. This isn't going to be about algorithms, it's about people, it's about relationships, and your reputation is the most valuable asset your business is ever going to have.
And if you want to learn how to turn that reputation into consistent, high paying bookings, which I know you do, join us next week for the Booked Out Wedding Pro Challenge.
Yeah, over 3 days, we're going to show you exactly how to build a booked out wedding business without burning out. The link is in the show notes, and we cannot wait to see you there.
All right, Wed Pros, go build the kind of reputation your future self will thank you for. And we will see you on the next episode and next week in our challenge.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for listening to this episode of the WedPro podcast. Full transcribes of this episode, plus every other episode we have done, are available at www.theweddingbusinesshub.com/blogs. Thanks so much for listening. If you do have any questions about this episode or anything else at all, you can email us at info@theweddingbusinesshub.com. And if you are loving our episodes, which I know you are, make sure you hit the subscribe or follow button so you can stay updated with any new episodes that land. We look forward to seeing you on the next episode.